Thank you, Madam Speaker. Less than 10 minutes. That's not much time. It's about the time it takes to get a fast food dinner or grab a couple of things from the grocery store if there's not much of a line. Most of us can get through a few emails in that time, or we can fill up our car with gas. And yet, by my counting, that's collectively about how much time this body has spent talking about what is one of the most important functions of our Commonwealth that has been crippled by COVID, and that is educating our children. Education is the first legacy we leave to our children. Thanks to this pandemic, that legacy is in jeopardy. Around Virginia, hundreds of thousands of children are struggling to learn in front of a laptop or iPad every day. Others simply hope their connection keeps working well enough for them to hear their teacher. Our education system in Virginia is facing what is likely the biggest crisis in its modern history. And for the first time in my life, I can look at our efforts and say, we're failing our children. Parents know this all too well. Across Virginia, our average daily enrollment is down more than 33,000 students. That represents tens of thousands of families who have looked at the education we're providing and said, this is not good enough, and they're voting with their feet. And yet this body has spent less than 10 minutes even discussing this crisis in public education. That's why I've introduced the floor amendment today. With your votes, we can take $100 million that has not been set aside for other purposes and make major improvements in education immediately. Parents will be able to get the technology their children need. Those who are stepping into the world of homeschooling can buy books and curriculum. And those who are struggling in virtual learning and want to get some extra help can afford tutors at their homes. As it stands, we are leaving our lower income children, our children of color, and our rural children further behind.
Delegate Coyner, actually the time is up.
Thank you. I ask that you do not pass by this amendment.